Halloween gives me life. August 13th, 2025. I remember sitting in the peanut gallery at the OK Capitol while they debated a trans child's right to health care. So many OU doctors, nurses, and students filled the seats. We had to sit quietly while they debated medicine they knew nothing about. When the Oklahoma House passed the bill, we cried together in the hallway, with parents of trans children who to this day don't have health care. Children lost their right to health care in Oklahoma because too many people were too apathetic to show up and make a difference. At the end of June, Trump banned health care for all trans kids in America. It is truly now or never, folks. Courage is hardest to come by when we have no control of what happens next. My health issues disabled me. My disability gave me the privilege and the time to work on myself, show up politically in various ways, and study. All of us have unique skills that, when brought together, create a functioning community. A paintbrush needs a medium. The medium needs a surface to be mixed or placed on. The surface needs a floor. The paper needs a wall, a table, a drawing board, etc. And we haven't even talked about the painter who has an art community they go to and bring their tools with them, wrapped in a protective case inside a backpack. We do nothing in this world alone, and everything we do or don't do leaves an effect, good or bad. We can't choose how our actions or words are received. Feelings and pain are not debatable. They are meant to be felt to our bones and processed. That's how we make progress in this world. America is burning down with invisible gas. Invisible unless you have the right tools to see it. We can see it. We have the tools, the resources, and the wisdom of fellow humans all over the globe to make a difference. They want unrest. They want to show off their brute force. History tells us that violence does not stop more violence from occurring, but mass protests haven't stopped America from turning into a dictatorship, people from being snatched by the secret police, or freed Palestine. As a disabled person who suffers more when I'm stressed, I've had to learn how to survive without brute force. I learned to hold steady my fears so I could stay aware of my surroundings. You don't stop fear by pushing it down or trying to swallow. You will choke. I had to stare my fear in the face, admit my feelings. I washed myself in feelings until it was all out. Saw myself, and sat with myself. I did this over and over again as my situation changed. I will do it for the rest of my life. Those emotions are powerful. They create beautiful art, and people connect with art. Everyone sees something different, but that isn't our control. We can only control the painting, the process. I truly think art, literature, music, crafts, any expression of ourselves is how we will save the world. Not every battle is fought with a sword. In 2022, I wrote down that I thought painting my walls would heal my inner child. Today, my life is made better by my wall murals. We can agree to disagree on many things, but do you know what is not a difference of opinions? Human rights. It's not a fun debate. You don't have a new take. It is ageism, ableism, sexism, racism, bigotry, and hate. An opinion is I like coffee or I like tea. It is not I don't believe people deserve the same rights as you and me. You can ban books, change exhibits, ban aid, celebrate with your big boy tanks, in your big gold ballroom, we will never turn around and give you our thanks. You can never ban history. Someone will always come around and figure out that mystery. We have shovels, hoes, and spades. We will always know who loves and who hates. I could have marked off which ones I wanted to read from, but it's so much more fun when we get to sit in silence and think. Christianity isn't about loving God, but hating people who aren't Christian. Turn the other cheek, or just shoot them dead. I wrote that because a church here in Oklahoma has been talking about taking us queer folk around back, and I don't feel like a minority. I'm still a part of the majority. We have seen the world through the eyes of the predators, now we need to see it through the eyes of the prey. I cannot force people to sit with or even acknowledge their feelings. Pressure only makes them dig in. That hurts them. How dare we work, send our kids to school, act like this is normal. Silence is complacency. Our king rides another king, but some people want this normal. Some people need this normal. If we silence ourselves, then we are doing their job for them without disagreeing. I'm not trying to start a war, I'm trying to use my knowledge in a time when it is actually needed. It's not safe. If we say it's okay to threaten us, then they won't stop. Resist with our voices, resist with our money, by not using our money if we can. Resist with our creative expression. Stand up peacefully. Don't give them a reason to shoot. Welcome, family, to the American Express, the last and final frontier. In the wake of splattered blood. Who spills it? Whose blood was it? How did they live their American dream? Was it a waking nightmare? For others? Why? How did society support them? How does society support us? Rise and shine, little daredevil. There are Nazis afoot. Knocking on the door, looking in the windows, throwing acid to fall like rain, breaking down our walls. I see you. Your efforts are not in vain. When we fall, when we are pushed, shoved, thrown to the ground, we dust off our jeans and we get back on that damn horse. And this is for the people who know Temple Grandin. I understand animals better than I do humans. So I need to start treating humans like animals. Reaching out, but letting them say they are in the space for what I have. Not just dumping info. It just drives people away. I think it is partly ADHD, but also my special interests are all very helpful right now, or at least useful. Our paper currency tears as easily as our democracy. A nation founded by white rich men for white rich men and property owners, plastering their faces on sacred indigenous land. Then our money, using other people's things to make themselves important. Elite. But they ain't. They ain't more elite than you and I. We don't have to talk fancy for them to listen to us. We don't have to use our nice and polite language when they are not nice and polite. Plus, there's only a certain polite way that they want us to interact. And it's steeped in Christianity, white nationalism, and not standing up for ourselves.